Tell me if you see.
I do not see that yet. No. Here we go. What is going on, everyone? Oh yeah, no, I've just got the starting scene. It's popped up.
Right. I just want to make sure you see that.
Yep, we're live. I can hear myself.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Oh, yeah, we lost him.
Yeah, I can. No, I can hear you.
All right. We got Galadrius.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, we're all good. We're live. We're all good. I think we've done a little.
Boo.
You good, Breeze?
I'm good. As long as you're good. If you can hear me.
Yep, we're all good. Okay, everyone. Sorry, thanks for bearing with us with a bit of a sound check there. We're back with the Gamerhub Podcast. Woo! It's been a bit of a manic week in
Woo.
terms of gaming news. We've had loads and loads of stuff going on. First, if you're just joining us, please get ready to rock out with us. We're gonna ask you to just hit the like button if you can. If you end up enjoying the content, consider subscribing to us. We've got a load of topics to talk about, new releases, this Xbox and Bethesda Developer Direct, with release dates and all sorts of stuff that we've got coming up for the first half, supposedly, of the year, except maybe not with one of them. But we'll get to that. First of all, I'm going to introduce my co-hosts on the show today. We've got, firstly, Breeze. How are you doing? Talk to us.
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me back. And we are chilling. I've been playing some really good games, so I can't wait to share with you all. And yeah, what's going on
That's
with you,
what I like to hear.
Galadrius?
Yeah, here he is, the man, the myth, from
The
outer space.
mighty.
The man, the myth, the mighty. Yeah, he's from all the way from outer space, wrestling with Rey Mysterio by the looks of his photo.
No,
Gladius?
bears.
Intergalactic space
Remus-
bears.
Yeah, that's right. They're trying to take over the world. I can't let that happen. I have to be the defender. I have to take care of business while at the same time enjoying my GoldenEye. Hi, everybody.
Yo, okay, yeah. So we're gonna get right into it in a minute. But firstly, everyone, I want to hear what you've been playing. We're gonna go in reverse order this time. So Gladrius, back to you. Reverse.
Well,
What's that? Has
first,
anyone ever played Uno? Uno. I'm back to you.
Yeah.
back to you, and then you ask about played Uno. What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
How much caffeine have you had before we started? I'm just wondering.
A relatively large amount. It's been
That would make sense. Yes. Have you played Rayman? It's really something. Anyway, I did just get me a Steam Deck, which finally that means I can enter the realm of PC gaming. And I've been picking up games left and right. One of the big ones I've been playing here is God of War on PC, which is excellent.
Excellent.
Obviously, we have Ragnarok now, but God of War looks amazing on Steam. So we'll not argue about that there. Also been playing a little bit of this GoldenEye. We're going to talk about GoldenEye a little bit, but it is out now for Switch and Xbox. I'm sure some of you are frustrated with the Switch controls, but it still looks pretty good. Still has online multiplayer. Xbox version looks way better. So, there you go. And also been playing a little bit of Monster Hunter Rise, and I'm about to start Cosmic Shaking soon enough for a review next week, SpongeBob SquarePants. So, yeah, I've been busy. What about you, Breeze? What you been playing? You playing Uno?
No, I haven't played any Uno, but I have been on that Monster Hunter Rise. I've been waiting for it and waiting for it and waiting for it, and it's finally here. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting familiar with the game mechanics, and they've added a lot of new things. Of course, they changed the eating system. You're now eating Dongo. So, and there's new monsters. Of course, some old wyverns that they've added back into this one. So I'm really enjoying it. The only thing that I really I'll say that I really miss is the storyline. Yes, there is one, but to actually see the dragons, what's going on, it kind of leaves you, I want to say, just running along. It jumps you right into the game, which is cool, but just a little context is missing. And if you're not a person who reads, you're going to miss things. So,
Also, there's no Sunbreak yet.
What do you mean?
Well, if I recall, the Sunbreak expansion is not available
No,
just
it's
yet,
not.
right?
No, it's not available yet. No, it
Then it's
isn't.
not the whole story, but
No,
good,
it's
a good
not.
portion. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a. You know that you have to save the village of Komora. You know that.
Yeah.
But other than that, any deeper context, I haven't gotten to any, and I'm just really hunting um, monsters just to satisfy quests. So it's lacking a little bit in that sense.
Right.
But I will say that what they took out, which I was griping about, was how you can try to save the village, by fighting off hordes of dragons, or wyverns, I should say, in which they've added that to its own rampage mode or horde mode, if you will. So you're fighting on hordes and hordes of big monsters, kind of like a map on a map with gates, and you have to stop them from getting through the gates. It's a little smaller, I would say, as far as how many gates there are, but it's like a chessboard, and it's pretty cool. I got to play it for the first time today, and I look forward to playing it some more.
That
All
sounds
right.
electric.
Mopish, what have you been playing besides Uno?
Besides,
I'm besides, honestly, guys, I'm a little bit of a letdown in the sense that I've played barely any games this week. I've been so busy with work. When I got home, I've been wiped out. I played a tiny bit of Minecraft.
I need a button
and
that I could press and it says blasphemous.
I know, yeah. You need something that just comes out through the screen and just like gives me like a double slap, like super effective, hit 5 times. Yeah, just slap me silly because yeah, I haven't really played much. I've bought a load of games, like, so I don't like. I've just started working at Fanatical. Shout out Fanatical! Like, they're basically this amazing store online that sells PC games with awesome deals. So yeah, so I bought a load of them. Bought a load of games. Bought Hogwarts Legacy. Bought
Yep.
bought the pre-order for it. I bought the Days Gone. I bought The Last of Us for when that comes out as well. I bought Elder Scrolls Oblivion because obviously it's my favorite game in the world, and I had to just have it on PC as well. I've bought a couple of cool little indie games as well. I've bought a load of games basically, so I'm going to be playing games. I'm going to be playing a load of games this weekend. I'm gonna play a lot of games.
Hey, look,
Oh,
they have
good.
Uno. They have Uno for $3.
Yeah, man. I'll be honest with you. Card games aren't really my bag. I can't not cheat at card games. It's just just
not
like,
You're never
cheat.
going to
Yeah,
Vegas.
yeah.
You're never going to
There's always
Vegas.
like this games where you have to like, I can't remember what it was called, but like you had to like put down cards, and I would always like try and put 2 or 3 down at the same time and stuff. Like
Oh, you cheater.
yeah.
Not on Uno.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't help it. It's so much more fun, and also I
can't
don't
help
like
it.
losing very much. Feel like we're getting a bit sidetracked though, but yeah, I'm sorry guys. Like I'm a fraud or whatever it is you guys say.
He's a
Like
complete
I'm
total fraud.
a total fraud. Yeah. Um, they say working in the games industry, you're supposed to play more games. That's not been the case for me this week. Hey ho.
Terrible.
Anyway, I feel like we should get into the topics, the meat and potatoes. We've spoken about what we've been playing, or in my case, not been playing. But let's get into it. There's been a fair few new releases in January, and you know what? This first half of the year is pretty stacked. But let's stick to the games that have come out so far. And I'm gonna pass this one over to you guys, obviously, because I've not played any games yet. But Gladius, we'll start with you because I know you're a fan of just anything retro gaming. GoldenEye,
yeah.
let's
Well,
talk about it.
like I said, GoldenEye, yeah, it just came out this week. It's got some interesting quirks to it. Like the Nintendo Switch version, you can play online multiplayer, but you have to kind of put with it with this default control method that works best with one of those classic N64 controllers. Then you have the Xbox version, which has the 4K visuals, local multiplayer, and achievements. So there's advantages to both, but I really like the Xbox version so far. It feels the most natural, and you can get those speedrun achievements, which is really great. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Okay.
really fun. It's a good
Gladius,
time.
I might have to do a bit of that with you because yeah, I'm just I'm
Well,
wanting to get some of those achievements in for it.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's local multiplayer on Xbox. They don't have online
Oh, they don't
multiplayer.
have online multiplayer. Oh my god,
No.
letdown.
So you're
Oh
gonna have to go and
no.
call your buddies. You're gonna
This
have to
is
see
old
what
school
Kyle's doing.
couch
I
co-op,
don't have
huh?
any friends.
Old
I don't have
school.
any friends.
It's like Gollum. You don't have any friends.
You just have acquaintances.
Yeah.
That's
God.
crazy.
The people who tolerate me is what I have.
Yeah, but I've been playing that. I've been playing Titanfall 2 on my Steam Deck. I've been playing a little bit of Hi-Fi Rush, which we'll get into, and yeah, just a bunch of different games here and there. And I also picked up a shooter called Drainus, which is a really cool side-scrolling space shooter. It's actually coming out for Nintendo Switch next week, but the PC version was on sale, so I snagged it, and it's really cool. So yeah, there's a bunch of different games I played this week.
That's great, Gladius, but we're now on the new releases. But
Oh, is that? Oh, I thought you were talking about. Okay,
No,
you
no,
said
no.
get into it. We're going to start with GoldenEye, and I thought you were talking about, man, don't do that to me. Okay, so this week did see a bunch of new releases. We had GoldenEye, obviously. We had Hi-Fi Rush, Monster Hunter Rise, as you heard Breeze talk about there.
Right.
One of the big titles is Forespoken. This has been talked about for some time, but the reviews are somewhat mixed. Some people were thrown off by the narrative. Some people were thrown off by the gameplay. Like it doesn't quite suit everybody. But I still want to check it out, but I haven't had a chance to yet. But the big thing this week has got to be the remake for Dead Space, which is available today.
Today.
Yep, and everybody's pooping their pants over out being scared about it. But I'm hearing it's really good. Like it's an excellent game. They did a great job with the remake. I'm excited to pick this one up this weekend and dig in and kill a few aliens because that's what I do.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
super
So
fun.
which ones have you? Which ones have you got, Breeze? Have you got any of these? Have you got? Oh, we know you've got Monster Hunter Rise, so we'll maybe.
And you're downloading GoldenEye. I mean, that's just,
And I'm downloading
I'm
GoldenEye.
downloading GoldenEye.
And
I'm downloading that one.
I have not played Forspoken, and I am interested in playing it. I'm not going to give any reviews on what I think it's about and what I think it's going to happen. I know what it's about, but I haven't played it yet, so I'm not going to say, hey, it looks or it sounds cringe as people are saying weirdo comments on the internet without playing the game. Yeah, so I can't.
I think you got loads of criticism for bugs and for misrepresentation, so to speak. I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole regards to the whole misrepresentation thing. I mean, we see it all the time, and it doesn't mean it's not a good game. It just means that they've had to make concessions in order to get it running how they want. I think there's an issue maybe around bugs. I've not played it, by the way.
Every game that releases, there's bugs. I mean, at this point, you would think we could stop complaining about that and expect those to happen. But hey,
you know how the industry is nowadays. People will find anything to complain about. They'll complain about a game because it's associated with a bad person. They'll complain about a game because they don't like how the lead character turned out. They'll complain about a game because it doesn't have online multiplayer. Oh, weak. It's GoldenEye. Why didn't it have online? Because
just play the game.
Seriously, I have Uno. You got a problem with Uno? Yeah, there's only one.
Can I say the S word? No, I'm just
not when I'm playing, bro.
But I'm just saying, people complain about everything. I think the best thing you could do is play the game for yourself, rent it from GameFly, wait for it to go on sale or something like that. Check out the demo of Forespoken. There's a demo out right now. You can play it and see if it's your forte, if you will. But, I mean, don't just sit there and join the hate mob. I mean, go and play it for yourself. And if something doesn't sit well with you, then, express what bothered you about it. But
if there's a free demo, like this game, definitely like if you're money conscious, it's obviously got a lot of mixed reviews. So unless you really want to play it, just be careful. Go into it with your eyes open. That there's potential people have issues with it. But if you do want to buy it, and you're maybe not sure, there is that demo. You can go and try that out as well.
Yep.
Don't let other people make your decision for you. One man's trash is another man's treasure, or so to speak. But we go on to maybe the stealth drop, right just after the Xbox and Bethesda Developer Direct, which was Hi-Fi Rush, which I've got installing right now, so I'll be playing that this weekend as well.
Right.
This game looked pretty cool. I mean, I first saw it and I thought Sunset Overdrive.
Well, it's Sunset
But
Overdrive with a little bit of jet set radio with a little bit of
yeah,
music rhythm, and it's from a horror studio. These guys brought us The Evil Within. Like
mm,
this looks like
yeah.
something
These guys did,
Sega's
but
team would do.
it's not the guy. It's not. So the studio head, it's the. I can't remember who the guy's name
Shinji
was
Mikami?
during the show. No, not him. It was the other guy who was the American fella. And he was speaking, and he said, "Well, it's your game." So it's obvious. I think he's the creative something or other.
You're talking about Hidetoshi Yokota. He's the head of Tango Gameworks.
No, I'm saying not him. I'm saying the other guy, the American guy who was stood next to him speaking.
I don't have that name. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't have his name to hand. I'm sorry.
But he's awesome dude. Awesome. We'll just call him Awesome Dude. So Awesome Dude.
Awesome dude. Yeah, and you know what? This game is really cool. It's like it has there's almost like a bit of Guitar Hero in it for me as well. Like I really I'm excited to play this game. I think it's the kind of sort of it's a smaller game, but I think it's like it's what Xbox needed. Like they come out with a game nice and early from one of their first parties. And it's their first game that's come from a Japanese studio in a long time. That's exclusive, so that's pretty big. I mean, not generally for me. I'm not generally the biggest fan of Japanesey games, should we say? But this game does look cool, and I'm definitely playing it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it came out of left field, and considering that Microsoft didn't release too many new games at all last year, I think this is a nice surprise to have in January.
Absolutely. Well, and I do think though it was also in there to cushion the blow of Forza, which we'll get into. But Breeze, what do you think about this Hi-Fi Rush?
I think it's cool. I'm definitely going to play that as well because it's on Game Pass. But I enjoy games that are new, innovative. Well, a music game is not new and innovative, but it looks cool. The graphics look cool. And one thing that really struck out to me was, he said, or I'm saying he said, I should have his name, excuse me. It was mentioned that, I guess the better you play the game or the more streamlined your combos are, you can get the music to play at its fullest potential. So I'm excited to do that because that's going to be like a lot of button smashing.
Yeah, not to mention that we're seeing more of these games that really incorporate music rhythm. I mean, remember Metal Hellsinger came out a few months ago, and it kind of did the same thing, and it was pretty badass. So, yeah.
It really did. So
that's true. Metal Hellsinger, I agree. Yeah,
that was a lot of fun. But I mean, it was a different style game. It was first-person shooter. This is more third-person action adventure with neat little animations and stuff. But the way they incorporate music rhythm into a different genre is worth noting. Yeah, it really is.
I mean, I also think this is a great. This is potentially a great IP to bring through for a younger generation as well. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna have fun playing it. But the art style and it's kind of comic booky. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and it's got that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sort of vibe.
Yeah.
With its animations and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Which I like, I think it's cool, and I think Xbox needed it as kind of something that was a bit missing from their library. So yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, here we are. We've got it on the screen for you now.
Give it
so
a
yeah.
little late.
Anyway, okay, look. But that kind of segues quite nicely for us into the developer direct itself. So obviously, Tango Gameworks with Hi-Fi Rush was a great surprise in there. But what else we had in the developer direct was start with Minecraft Legends. I'm personally incredibly excited for Minecraft. As I said, I didn't play much games this past week. Probably a tiny bit of Minecraft says a lot. Now, I tried my hardest for a long time to not play Minecraft until the whole RTX issue was finally delivered on, because there was the super duper graphics pack, never happened. RTX pack probably never going to happen at this rate. And so I was trying desperately, but and then I caved, and now I can't. I'm just so into the world of Minecraft. And if you look, this game, I shared it with my buddy who like the video with my buddy that I play Minecraft with, and just I was so surprised at just how much you can do in this. Like, you can go and play it in different ways. You can go and like look for treasures and stuff to build up your base,
Right.
and then fight off like. Well, you have to obviously keep fighting off the hordes of piglins and stuff like that, and the various different mobs. I'm excited to have this sort of. This is kind of like how I like playing um, Minecraft. Like when you go out and you have you go out and kill like the I can't remember what they're called, like the guard captains of the mobs, and then they'll come and get you basically, and they'll start attacking your settlement. This is literally perfect for me. What do you guys think about it?
I cannot wait to play this. And I know you've been talking about this for like so long. If you guys ever go back to any of the other Gamerhub podcasts in the past, you hear Joe's rant about Minecraft, and and he's just like, hey, what's going on here? And I am excited to play this. We're going to play it. One thing that I'm really a fan of is open world and just harvesting. Like, since they're looking at an aspect for every type of player that's out there, and this is what I love, because that's what you do in Minecraft. You go and you gather resources. So how I like that, they don't just limit that to one role. Like, you can have a bunch of friends and everyone can play their role and you can attack together. So when someone's not online, if you want to go and try and farm so you can build your stronghold stronger and just new things. So when you log back in, someone else could have taken care of something else for you and you can take care of something else. And I just find that utterly fun and cool, engaging. My daughter was watching. She can't wait to play. I had to play the direct for her when she got out of school, just because of Minecraft Legends. And she's like, "We're gonna play," and I'm like, "Yeah, in April." And she's like, "We're gonna stay in and eat pizza and do." So this is gonna be really fun, really cool. I just can't wait to play it. Galadrius, what do you think?
Yeah, me too.
I'm not exactly. I'm not nuts about Minecraft. Appreciate the universe. I played a lot of dungeons. I'm sorry it's not Uno, but the fact of the matter is, this looks like a nice, expansive take on the franchise. So yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll try it out, and I'll dig in for a while. Why not?
It's great to see like how they're diversifying the IP and sort of like it kind of feels like they're setting up for like feelers for how different to expand franchises into different genres. It's quite light in the sort of the strategy, the action strategy game, but
it has all of that.
Yep.
It's gonna be a very well-rounded game. Looks like
I like you say, Breeze. Because although you have to, it's not a game where it's just like your base stay. You have to get the resources for the base, but then you also have to like go out and find weapons, and you need to find like the rare supplies by doing like all the cool exploring that you would do as well.
Right.
And just seeing the way the base builds up, because normally, if you're building something like that in Minecraft, like something like that big in Minecraft, it takes a little while unless you're in creative.
It's gonna take a while, right?
It takes a little while unless you're in creative.
And that's what's gonna make it fun, because I wonder. I didn't get to notice how many players are gonna be able to play. Do you know?
I think you can do 4v4 PvP.
Yeah.
4v4. Okay.
Yeah, that's the other thing about it. It's PvP as well.
Yeah,
you can do online PvP.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love that concept, and I'm glad that they're going into that and just playing against players, against the environment.
If you can do like PvP, so what would be interesting is like is there like are the piglins just gonna come up and just fight?
They can. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
The environment
so cool,
responds as well, and I love that. It's just gonna be fun, just like Warzone.
Yeah. sorry, Breeze, go on.
No, it's cool. This is a different game, a different genre, but as far as the PvE concept, it's just dope. I'm just really feeling that.
100%.
Yay! Look at the piggies. No.
Look at the piggies. Okay, so we've talked about Minecraft. Now we're going to move on again to the next topic in the Developers Direct. We've got Minecraft Legends. Oh yeah, by the way, it's launching April 18th. If you didn't catch it, but you should go and watch the video. But we're next going to talk about Forza. I've got a lot to say on this, but does someone else want to give their thoughts on it first?
I needed a drool cup.
You needed a what?
drool cup. Are you kidding me? These visuals were absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
I thought Forza Horizon 5 was going to be the best looking racing game. I thought Forza Horizon 5 was going to be the best looking racing game, but this makes Gran Turismo 7 look like Gran Turismo 3. Just totally unbelievably beautiful cars. It's going to have hundreds of cars in it. It's got beautiful lifelike tracks. Polyphony Digital looked at it to be like, damn it. Damn it. But they'll have over 500 cars at launch. They'll have all these wonderful, you'll have online racing communities similar to that of Forza Horizon 5. It'll have gameplay so you can tweak different things. So you could be like a veteran driver and get the experience out of it, or you could be a rookie driver and play arcade style. It's got all this stuff, and there's no release date yet, sadly, but it is coming this year. More than likely, it'll be their big fall release. It would not surprise me if they saved it for fall.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it might come out. I think you're right, Gladius. I mean, they didn't give a release date. Obviously, an ominous sign. But I think it's going to. I think it'll probably be like a Forza Horizon-esque and released in like September or something.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I hope. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. Obviously visuals. Yeah, racing games are always like a benchmark for visuals. What I will say, and I said this to you, Breeze, I think maybe last time or the time before, it's not massively a fair comparison because that last one was designed with. This is a fully next generational game. Gran Turismo came out on PS4. Let's not forget. I look very much forward to what their studio will bring next. I'm sure they'll bring their A game, learning from what Forza does next, does so well. But what I'm really looking forward to as a racing sim enthusiast is all the physics. In this. In fact, I was talking to some guys online. I'm definitely going to be I'm going to get a rig upgrade. I'm going to spend invest a nice amount of money getting a new rig.
You have to.
Because I'm
to enjoy it to its fullest potential. That's where I was talking to someone before in the Gamerholics group, and we were discussing this about how you have to upgrade your systems. You have to get that monitor that's going to hit that 4K or HDR for you, so and even with your PC, getting that minimum, looking at the specs of the game to make sure that your hardware can run it, because that's how you're going to get it to its fullest potential. And when you do have that technology that looks great, you feel great, you feel like you made a great investment. The gameplay, you're enjoying the gameplay just exactly it is when it was presented to you, through the Developer Direct. So yes, I agree with you on upping your game and with your technology just so you can enjoy it. I am not a racer, I would say. The only time, I'll be honest, I play racers is at the arcade.
The racing
Rush.
sim isn't really for you.
That was you hogging the San Francisco Rush machine. I knew it. Oh.
Hitting that, double tapping that gas pedal there, doing those flips and tricks. Yeah, you can catch me at David Buster's, Daly City. That's about it. That's
You're the one keeping all the kids off the game at Chuck E. Cheese.
Kicking
I knew
them
it.
off, or
I
just
knew it.
ramming into their cars on
guys,
purpose.
I'm sorry. I need to get off topic a minute here, but
it's fine.
What is a Chuck E. Cheese?
What?
It's a pizza
don't
place
have-
down here. They have like video screens. They used to have animatronic animals, then they replaced them with video screens. But it used to be a place called Showbiz Pizza Place. They had a Rock of Fire Explosion. Look them up. They were the best band ever out of the 90s.
Right.
And then they got replaced by video screens. But it's crappy pizza. It's crappy beer. Parents get drunk there all the time, and the kids spend all the money on redemption games.
Hey,
And-
that pizza was good.
Well, now
was
we know
okay.
where Gladius spends his weekends.
No, I'm a Pizza Hut man, and I'm looking for another Red Roof.
Chuck E. Cheese smell like feet. Always. Every Chuck E. Cheese
Always
I've
like
been into
feet.
smells
Is
like
that where
feet.
cheesy feet comes from? The
Yeah,
expression?
from there.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I can't walk around there barefoot ever
So
again.
wait, across the pond, what do you guys have that's equivalent to Chuck E. Cheese? Like a place where they have video games, pizzas, maybe a ball pit for children to go to, and you do birthday parties there or something? Do you guys have one of those over there?
Like Dodo Pizza. I don't know.
We
I'm looking at.
probably do. I mean, we might. I think we used to have something called Charlie Chalks.
Sounds just like Chuck E. Cheese.
I know.
Charlie
I know, but
Chalks?
you
Charlie
don't like to
Chalks, I
make
have to
assumptions,
look
right?
that
No, I'm
up.
looking up some pizza chains here, United Kingdom. You had like a Pizza Land. I would think Pizza Land would be a good Chuck E. Cheese alternative, but no, it's probably just a restaurant.
I've never even heard of Pizza Land.
Wow.
It surprises me because I
It
love
is.
pizza.
Charlie
but shout
Chalks
out-
is
shout out
like
pizza,
that.
everyone.
I'm looking it up, and Charlie Chalks is like that.
Charlie
That's
Chalk. Wait,
Charlie
Chalk.
Chalks. Every time you went to a Charlie Chalks, it looks like the jungle. Like, okay, so yes, Charlie Chalks is actually kind of better than Chuck E. Cheese because they have like a jungle gym. So that's like the jungle here in the United States. It's just like Charlie Chalks. Yes.
Oh.
Does it
Okay,
smell like
right.
pizza? Does it smell like feet?
Probably.
We
It's
have
the
gotten
same.
way off topic.
yeah, we're going to take it back to
How'd we
Gamerhub.
get from
Sorry,
Forza
folks.
to
Because I was
pizza?
kicking little children off of the game. Okay, I was winning, taking their tickets. No, you can't win any. But I go back to say that I have not. That's the only time I play racers. But when they revealed this, I am going to download it. I didn't even download. I downloaded Forza Horizons 5, and I never played it. I'm not into racers, but this makes me want to get into racing. I didn't have the privilege of playing Gran Turismo, even though it came out on PS4. I have a PS4, but honestly, I felt to get the next gen. I want to get that next gen first, just to experience that, because I just think it's better that way.
Absolutely.
Like we're talking about, you gotta upgrade. So I'm really looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, I mean, look, the like you said, the main thing about like visuals are scalable and stuff, but from the physics point of view, the touch points on the tire, the track temp that's able to monitor, the damage to the car and the aerodynamics, that's what's really exciting. And if you like racing sim, you'll know what I mean. Things are going to feel very, very different, and like having those touch points on a rig as well, it's just something that, like, I mean, you wouldn't get that so much with the controller. In fact, of the controllers that would be best for it, maybe the DualSense might give you the best. Like, obviously it wouldn't happen with unless you're gaming on PC, but if you're gaming on PC, I would imagine you've got a rig. Anyway, we'll move away from Forza. It is a bit of a shame that it probably will not release now this first half of the year, and will be.
But that's okay, because they're known
good
for
enough.
they're known for releasing at the end of the year. So I agree with Galadrius. They released last November. So that sounds about right.
We'll be fine. We'll be more than fine, because guess what we are getting by the first half of this year? We're getting a little something we call Redfall.
Oh man, I can't
Yes, sir. From the guys who did the guys at Arcane Austin. It looks like Vampiric meets Left 4 Dead, but it looks like some sweet new weapons. It looks like it's just going to be a good vampire killing.
I don't know.
thing.
I feel like there's a bit more sort of I don't know, like a Far Cry or Wildlandsy type element to it, or I don't know. I feel like
But
I think it's
Far
like
Cry was
Prey. I feel like it's
Far
like
Cry was
Prey
fun.
meets Far Cry.
It looks
Yeah, I think
meets
with the
Left
whole
4 Dead.
I don't know why. I kind of feel the Left 4 Dead vibe, but it is.
You're not the only one. Like that first clip, like my friend Callum, shout out Callum if he's listening.
Mhm.
He was going on. He was like, "Yeah, I just kind of feel like I just kind of got this Left 4 Dead vibe, but it's like a story-driven, open world game,
Right.
but where there's lots of like different sort of side missions to do and that you can explore, and you can do it all cooperatively and stuff. So yeah, I feel like I think it's gonna. Have either of you two played Prey?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're talking about the
Yeah.
new one, right? Not the Xbox 360 one.
No, Prey, the one that came out in like
The latest one.
2017 or something.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
new one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was another one that came out initially in 2006 for Xbox. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think this was Arcane Austin's one. This
Yeah.
one was like
but
the sci-fi one.
Prey was pretty cool. It was a cool.
Prey
little
was
shoot.
like pretty
Really well done.
spooky and like really cool narrative. And I loved the combat in it too. Like, and I'm really looking. It showed you all the different like classes. There's some like RPG elements to it as well, and there's almost like Destiny elements to it as well. But you know, there's like a bit of a looter or maybe Division or something like that. There's like the looter, looter shooter type thing to it, where you've got to improve your character's weapons and things like that.
Mhm.
I just want to say as well before you guys crack on with this.
Crack on.
I was right. I was right about this game. Like this game, I said it looks awesome, and it kind of does give me the it still gives me the vibes of that TV show.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah.
Buffy?
Anyway,
Yeah.
are you gonna play it, Breeze?
Of course. I've been waiting for Redfall since its
As this
we
trailer made you
literally-
think differently.
we
Has
literally-
this video made you think any different?
Actually no, because they didn't give us much to go on in the first place besides game mechanics, and I mean the graphics looked great from the gate, so it's a good looking game. You know, I can't. It's just hard to be like, oh, it's giving me these vibes because it looks the same. I mean, all games kind of have a basis on that they follow. You know, as far as first person shooters are concerned, how many co-op players there are, they all follow the same type of formula. So I just think it's people who have their opinions on, you know, hating on it. It's a new game, it looks too cartoony or whatever the case may be, and they haven't played it. Key factor there.
Yeah.
I just think it's ridiculous. I look forward to it. I look forward to when it was first introduced, because the developer, that when they did their first in-depth look into it, said that every time you log on, it will be changed. There will not be the same experience. So I'm still curious. That's really one thing that has my that's keeping my attention as well, is that I want to know, what is it that changes every time I leave and come back to the game? What is it? So because they haven't really gone into that anymore, I'm really looking forward to playing it on that factor. I've always wanted to be Blade. I've always wanted to drive a couple of stakes through the heart, and you know, I look forward to it. Just the different type of powers and how you learn them, and how they work with your co-op partner. That's what I'm really interested in seeing as well. I want to know, you know, if I throw this and they throw that, what can we create together? And so, of course, you'll have to know that there are different strengths and weaknesses that come with these powers. And, you know, like I said, I love a good co-op. I love team play games. Back 4 Blood was it for me. Dying Light was it for me. Did I say Back 4 Blood already? Yeah. Back 4 Blood, I loved it. So
I think you said Left 4 Dead.
I said Left 4 Dead, but and then Back 4 Blood.
Yeah.
I love Back 4 Blood as well. So this is gonna be actually I'm gonna have fun with this, especially because I play with other people. So we're gonna have fun.
I mean, I think my favorite things about it though is got to be the environmental storytelling. Like when you're going around exploring, you're looking through buildings and it's just
Yeah.
like it's completely dark. And look, it's perfect in the video right now. And it's like
Yeah.
you can see
Oh,
everything's
yeah.
pitch black, and then there's like blood everywhere. And
Yeah,
it made
I
you
was
like if you've got
captivated
headphones
by
on.
this. I was
Like,
like,
here
are
we
they
go.
gonna jump out
I was
and
like,
grab
oh my
me?
god, that's so spooky. And it's like, and then by the way, that TV show I was trying to remember earlier is The Strain. Can't believe I forgot.
Oh yeah,
But you
that was
see
your
all this,
show.
and
You
then like,
talk about that all the time. The Strain.
yeah, oh man, yeah, I was watching it big at the time. I still need to finish it actually. Shout out The Strain. Gladrius, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, buddy. I really,
Oh
really
shit! Did you see that?
earlier.
See, that's how I'm gonna be when I play it. See.
What were you
Okay.
saying, man? Because I'm sorry, yeah.
I know. I was just sitting here trying to speak, and then all of a sudden you go off on this 20-minute tangent. Just like, I was going to say, because you basically said, are we excited for this game? But I mean, like, what am I going to say? No, no, I'm not. What kind of drunken responses? Of course, I'm excited for this game. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's got a lot of great perks to it in terms of your weapons, in terms of your skills. There's a lot that you will be able to get out of this game. So yes, I'm excited AF for it.
Yeah. Oh, I suppose what I meant to say, or I
Yeah.
should have rephrased it, is what did the developer direct do for you in terms of how it's made you feel about this game, and has it influenced your purchasing decision? Where are you, for example, rather than just play it through Game Pass, are you maybe also going to buy it or consider buying it or not?
I would consider buying it because there's a lot here. There's a lot that you'll be able to, along with the main parts of the mission, which you're going to be taking on, there's also like side tasks you can take on, different parts of the island that you can explore. So there's a lot that you'll be able to do with that. So, I mean, it adds replay value galore. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to all of it. It's really well put together.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's it's sort of completed. It's filled in all those gaps that people had with questions. Like, I mean, I think I got the message of what to expect from it, but I think I don't think that was exactly clear from the marketing. I read a lot of their press releases and stuff like that from Bethesda for it, and I think maybe I got it from that. But I think if you're looking at just a lot of people going just from the trailers, right, and stuff, and so it's not massively clear, and that's why I think these developer directs are so good.
Yeah, I mean they showed a deep gameplay dive, about like 15 something minutes worth. So they really know how to build up that hype and everything. And notice how quickly it quieted everybody down that was complaining that Starfield wasn't shown. I mean, I'm sure you were still pining for it or cracking on as you said earlier.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get our own special for Starfield sometime later this month at the beginning of next. They said somewhere in there. But I mean, we are still gonna get that reveal. That's another thing you have to consider too. And when we're talking about Forza's release date, it might be somewhere in September or whatever, because then we'll have Starfield and they'll pace it out. Like Redfall coming. More than likely, we'll see Starfield in the second half of this year. Would not surprise me if it showed up in October and November.
But yeah, fair
well,
enough.
that means they're stacking the deck too far, though. Think about it. They got Minecraft in April, they got Redfall in May, and then Starfield. Because I don't think they're going to stack Redfall and Starfield so close together, because that's repeating the EA mistake when they released Battlefield 1. Then a week later, they released Titanfall 2. They don't want the games to compete against one another.
But I disagree with you.
Okay, well, you just want it sooner. That's why you're just.
No, there is an element of that, but I do disagree. I disagree with you. I think it's released in the first half of this year. I think it's definitely.
But you see my point, though. I mean,
I get
Microsoft
the logic. I do.
Right, they're just trying to pace it out.
I definitely understand the logic, and
well, hang on, Breeze.
Well,
I could be wrong.
Well, do you think that this will be a summer release?
Yeah.
Because if they do end up doing something, because I agree with you a little bit, because if they hit this in April, Starfield comes out. When does Redfall come out?
May 2nd. So if Starfield's still a first half release, it's going to run smack dab into Redfall, and then we have another Battlefield 1 Titanfall 2 scenario.
They're not completely competing each other for
audience. I wonder if we'll get a fall release with Starfield and this is a summer release.
I'm quietly confident that Starfield is releasing the first half of this year, but by the end of June, before the end of June, it would have. I actually think before E3, um, but um, but potentially or maybe the end of June, maybe.
I just can't help but wonder, unless Microsoft announced something in like, E3 in in a few months for the second half of this year, they're going to want to hold their cards close for these killer apps for the holiday season. Because Redfall is going to get us through the summer. Nice. It's going
Yeah.
to have enough content to really make us, if that doesn't do it, Minecraft will.
Right.
They're going to have more than enough to play this summer that it wouldn't bother me too much. I mean, I know it bother, mopish.
But the thing
But
is, we don't know what they've got.
that's
if
what I mean.
if
We don't.
we might, but the thing is, Gadgets, think about this. In the second half of the year, we probably will have Hellblade. That game's been shown. Gameplay has been shown of it. Like, I think Hellblade will be releasing towards the end of this year, and then you've got to think potentially Avowed, and then you've got let's say Forza's being pushed back. That's another 3 games, and then you've maybe only got one. Like what we
Perfect
they've got
Dark.
another
You
they've
forgot all
got
about
another
Perfect Dark.
showcase to come in the summer, and you're telling me they're not going to have another game
Well,
ready for launch.
There's another thing you have to consider here. You don't want to overflood too many games in the first half of 2023. Like, they still have Stalker 2 on their plate, which is being worked on. They still have
Mark II on
Diablo
the
4
plate.
is coming out in June from Activision, and that's going to keep people busy. There's so much that Microsoft can do here. I'm just saying, somewhere in that plan, only like Phil Spencer knows, and he's not telling you. Sorry, Mopish. But, in those Phil Spencer plans, he's trying to make up in 2023 since Microsoft didn't do anything in 2022. So they're pacing this stuff out, and they're being really good at it.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. They've got a backlog. They've got a backlog of games, and
They
they're
do.
going to have to
Yeah.
release them.
They really
They
do. I
do.
mean,
They can't just keep backlogging everything. Like, I mean, they could do, but it would be counterproductive. I don't think they're going to have to release at some point. Don't forget, they're not. It's not sales. They want to drive subscribers, and these games will all appeal to different people. And just if you subscribe to Game Pass to play them, you're not having to fork out $140 for two different games within a short period of time.
Well, there's also one other thing you have to consider here, and that is the final title that was released, or revealed rather, during the showcase. And that's
On the Bethesda Game Studios note, we'll use one of their LPs. Yeah.
Necrom, right. Elder Scrolls Online
Yes.
Necrom. That's June 5th. So you're telling me they're going to release an expansion for Elder Scrolls Online and Starfield in the same month?
I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be June, but I think it's going to be the first half of this year.
Okay, I'm just saying I think there is a lot there. That's what I'm saying. Because look what's stacked. I mean, this is a stacked year. This is surprisingly stacked for Microsoft. 3 big games and 1 big expansion in 6 months. Right? Hi-Fi Rush comes out of nowhere and gets us ready for 2023. Minecraft Legends drops in April and gets that community excited. Redfall comes out in May and gets the action gamers excited and boosts Game Pass. Then you have Necrom, which drops in June to please the Elder Scroll players. I'm just thinking, unless February or March they put Starfield in there, but that would be rushing it. I don't know. In my gut, I can't help but think they might push it a little, but we'll wait for the official reveal. I mean, you could be right. They could still release it, but I just think with the crammed year that they have, it wouldn't hurt to have Starfield, Hellblade, and Forza Motorsport to round out the rest of the year and
then
kick
Avowed,
Sony to the
and then
curb.
Stalker 2 is not coming out until later as well.
Yeah.
The problem is that this can happen at any point during the year. And if Avowed is ready for later on this year, then Starfield and Avowed are more competing in terms of the type of the player base because they're more similar as games.
Right.
Elder Scrolls Online, I know it's like but it's an MMO as well, and it's a sort of a you keep going back to it for your dailies and stuff like that. And although it has another new story coming out, and by the way, can we actually just talk about Elder Scrolls Online because
That's the final thing that was real.
I love Elder Scrolls Online. I've actually put a lot of hours into it. Me and my friend Benji, who's in Thailand at the moment, shout out Benji. We put so many hours into it. We just used to just play it. I remember one day we were both. This is years ago. We were both working from home playing it. And it was fantastic. But the combat was a bit janky, and there was a little bit of a grind to the classes. They didn't kind of feel quite right, and it got a little bit too monotonous, I want to say. Um, but this game has come on leaps and bounds since then. They've gone on supporting it. They've changed the combat. The combat now looks more representative of what it's like in Skyrim. The graphics, have you seen the graphics update that's come along for the next gen? So I think that's Xbox Series and PlayStation 5, and obviously PC. And then the stories that they've added to it. They've added I'm an Elder Scrolls nerd, and you guys know that.
Yeah.
I won't shut up about it. Sometimes it's a bit irritating, but they've added loads of cool lore to this as well, and I'm really excited to play it. And all those games now you're going to be able to play all the expansions, all of them coming. I think it's like 11 or something different games.
So many that they're going to allow you to play. So okay, so you remember I have my gripes about Elder Scrolls Online. This next gen update made me want to play it again. I do. I wasn't happy when it first came out. I thought that I wasted $40. and I stayed away from that, and I ranted every time I had to look over and look at it. Couldn't take it back. But this made me want to at least try it again, so I'm gonna get it back into it and see what's going on. It's looking good. It's looking good. So I'm not really disappointed. It looks great. So
I'll check it out eventually. I mean, I got a lot on my plate right now, but I wouldn't mind diving back in sometime.
Yeah, Gladius, man. Let's play. I tell you what, both of you, let's play. I'll
you'll be level 58
download it
and we'll
on
be
my
level
PC
3.
and play it on that.
Get it, Breeze. Get it sorted, and guys, let's do some multiplayer sessions on this. Let's get on the grind, do some story missions together, and get
cracking.
Let's get scrollsy.
We could get that. We could do that.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I just wanted to throw this in there just to get you guys' opinions on it. You guys missed a game that's coming out, or that we're waiting for, and which recently got a remake being done of the first one, and that is Ark. What are your thoughts about Ark 2? Because that was slated for 2023.
Dude, yeah, that's another thing. That is another game that's going to come out. I'm glad this is just it, Gladius. This problem will never go away at this rate.
So that's another major game that is directly to Xbox that they're looking at, and it's going to be humongous on release. So, and that's supposed to come out 2023. There's still no release date. It could possibly be pushed back to 2024. My opinion, just because they're remaking number one, they're adding an update to it that's going to shade everything. Is it coming to Unreal Engine 5 as well? I have to double check on that.
Ark Survival Evolved. So they're remaking Ark Survival Evolved.
Yes.
And what, Ark 2's no longer happening? Or?
No, Ark 2 is happening, but they're
Is it like a next gen patch or what?
I wouldn't necessarily say a patch. They're adding new things to it. I guess so, a patch. But they're giving it a whole remake. So it's kind of, a little, I don't know, discerning about number 2 coming out at the end of the year. But because there's no date, of course. But, do you guys feel that if they do stay on track or come out with a release date, I think they're going to say something at E3. I was really hoping that they'd say something here, but they didn't. And, of course, I was like, all right. Possibly E3, or they may give it their own developers direct. So we'll see.
Yeah, potentially Studio Wildcard. The thing is, I think developer directs are going to be specifically for Xbox-owned studios. That being said, I would like to see gameplay of Ark 2, not just Vin Diesel doing a crazy CGI trailer. Which, but
it looks.
I know it looks cool. I know it looks cool and everything.
It looks great. There was no. It makes you want to know what happened because the story is so vague in Ark. Like you have to literally find it, and it's like, where the hell are the NPCs? What am I doing here? Oh look, a Dilophosaur. Nah.
But on Ark isn't like I didn't play Ark for the story. I played it because it was just really, really, really fun and cool to like build your own settlement and advance and
I
stuff like
too,
that.
until
Like
I
you know,
discovered that there's a storyline just by chance. I just walked upon a chest
how
and was
did you
like,
come across the story?
because I was exploring, and then there's a chest, like, so there's no actual story, visual story that you can see, like with the Vin Diesel take, with the Arc 2 take. It's written, so you have to explore every part of the map in order to find out what's going on, and that's how I had to piece the story together. So there is one. You have to find it, and it's written in words to understand the background and how you go from one arc to the next. And it's really, it has a lot of lore behind it. You just have to look for it. So I think that hopefully that this approach will be different. You know, it's really going to give us some visuals on the story and whatever, if there's an origin story, if they're going back to the origin story, what happened when the art was developed, who knows. But I look forward to it. I think it's going to be great. Yeah. So, I know that was
Awesome.
off the
Yeah.
subject.
No, yeah, we gone off topic, but you know what? Like, it's been so long since we three together have had like a proper just gone into it on the topics and games and really dug deep with stuff. So, nah, I love it. It's fine, but we probably should. We've been going on a little while now. I don't know how long. How long have we been going on? But
About an
I think,
hour.
yeah. So let's start to think about our outros now. I mean, Breeze, you've just been going. Do you want to talk a little bit longer?
Well, I mean, sure, y'all can catch me on FB, or Meta, if you will. The Gamerholics, the Gamer Hub, Queen Breeze. You can find me on Xbox and Queen Breeze when I'm playing Monster Hunter Rise. So if you want to get on and get in there, just jump on, send me a message, say, hey, seen you on the podcast, want to join, and boom, check us out. Don't be afraid. We talk back. We game back. And yeah.
Get back. That's right. And Gladrius, when you're not in outer space, what are you doing? Where can people find you? I understand, Gladrius, you've got a little bit more going on now, don't you? Tell us
Yeah,
all.
well, I gotta save the universe, and I gotta save the other universe, so it's not exactly easy peasy right now. So, yeah, you can find me in the Discord. I'll usually just hang out in there, and I'm also doing reviews again for the site, so you can check out my review of Cosmic Shake, the new SpongeBob SquarePants. Good. What?
I feel like you're under embargo for something.
Oh, no, I'm not doing anything. I'll see you in Discord. Sorry.
Not doing anything.
Sorry. I'm saying my review will come. I didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So we're safe.
Yes.
I just can't talk about it.
That's true. Yeah.
So
Alright,
it's
that's
coming.
good.
It's what people know. Like, I'm reviewing Dead Space. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I can. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Another perk to watch. Gamerhub.uk or Gamerhub UK. That's our site.
Gamerhub.co.uk, dude. Come on.
That's what I just said.
Oh, is it? Sorry, man. I
Gamerhub.co.uk.
missed that. I'm such a dumbass.
That's because you need to crack on.
Crack on. Yeah. Have you not heard that phrase before?
I have not.
Guys, can I just tell you something? Okay, right. So
Uh-oh.
I just found out. No, this is real talk here. So, like in parts of like Eastern Europe, in Britain we say, "Oh, it's not my cup of tea." If there's something something's not really your bag, or whatever. So, but in like parts of Eastern Europe, they're like, "That's not my beer." They'll say, "Beer, not my beer."
Not
And
my
then I
beer.
found out from like people like in Brazil and stuff. They say, "Oh, not my beach."
Do you know what we say here in the
What?
Bay Area, in these
What?
Bay Arean streets? Shout out to rest in peace to Mac Dre. Not my job.
No. Nice. I like it.
Not my kid. Not my kid. Okay, that's your kid. That's not. That's your kid. Your kid likes that pizza.
Oh dear.
Like that
Yes,
cheesy
well,
feet.
Cheesy feet, Chuck E. Cheese, Charlie Chalks. Shout out to them all.
Cheesy Charlie Chops.
Shout out to
Guys,
Shakies.
Shout out to Jake. Shout out to everyone. Look, guys, we've been Gamerhub. We've hope you've enjoyed rocking out with us. If you haven't already, please like the video. Consider subscribing if you've enjoyed the content. We're gonna be back for more. Catch me, Mopish or Joe, whatever, at Gamerhub as well. Catch me at Everything Xbox. yeah, catch me on Twitter, Mopish Lawyer. Catch me in the Gamerhub Discords and all around. I guess this is it.
You need
Thanks
a
everyone.
hashtag so everyone can
catch
find
you.
you.
Hashtag me up, bro. Yeah.
Catch you, find you, find you. You can find me on Discord. You can find me on LinkedIn. Just find me.
You probably can find me on LinkedIn. If
I
you
ain't
want as well.
catching you. If you're like Galadrius, catch me. I'm like, not my catch.
He couldn't catch a cold, this guy. Anyway, yeah, guys, we're gonna go. See you later. Peace.
Peace.